Good afternoon, BookTube, YouTube. This is Johnny. I thought I'd make a video. I was looking at my YouTube channel and it's been a couple of days. I'm not really in the best state of being to make videos these days, but I want you to know I continue to covet your prayers. Thank you. I got over 1,000 hits on that SOS video and all the prayers, and there are Christians and other people of faith praying, and I really thank you very much. Here in West Michigan it is June, it's not June, it's July the 3rd. Tomorrow is July the 4th. I don't celebrate July the 4th. I don't really celebrate any national holidays. So yeah, right now it is 4:32 on a Saturday here in West Michigan, and I'm down in the lower level where it's safe and I can control the chaos to some extent, taking my medication and writing to keep my mind focused on positive things and not get into some kind of negative mental trip. So I'm still reading for the Gospel of Luke, and I've been looking at this Reformation commentary on the Luke. I just glance through it. I find certain things that I kind of repeat as prayers or give me comfort in the midst of my state of extreme anxiety and depression. So, you know, prayer, reading God's Word. So, yeah, I've been reading the Bible. Basically, I've just been reading the Bible since I got slain by this whatever it is, and hopefully this medicine, this antidepressant, will, everybody says it takes a couple of weeks to get into your bloodstream, and so I have to be patient. And so yeah, writing in my diary, as I said, for the year 2021, I'm on page 728. These are my July, I don't think I showed you my July diary folders. I always put the calendar on the front, and the first folder is from the 1st of the month into the 15th, and the second folder is from the 16th of the month into the end of July, which is on the 31st. So I use that. The Lord has given me grace to go to the Book Nook. I did that. I couldn't go Monday because I had to go see my see a behavioral health specialist on Monday. So somebody at the Book Nook covered for me, and I covered for them on Thursday from 10 to 1. And then I had to go in yesterday from Friday from 10 to 1. And then Carol came in. She has her shift from 1 to 3. So I did it. Took my pills. I sat there. I read my Bible. I prayed. I've been volunteering at the Book Nook for almost over 10 years. And I know the library people. I know the Book Nook is kind of like my lower level. It's full of books. I know some of the people who come in pretty regularly, and it's a safe environment. Nobody's gonna, I know what to do, and I can look at the books while I'm there. So I thought I would do, I haven't been able to read anything except the Gospel of Luke, and I'm not really reading the Reformation commentary, I'm just glancing through it. and finding things that speak to my soul affliction. But I just thought I'd show you some books that I got at the Book Nook that I bought recently. At first I got a book that I saw on Peg's channel, Peg, the History Shelf. She showed this book, maybe it was this week, The Dark Side of the Enlightenment, Wizards, Alchemists, and Spiritual Seekers in the Age of Reason by John V. Fleming. And she said she got this from Hamilton Books, and it looked really interesting, and so I bought it. I got this book at the Book Nook yesterday. This is Albert Camus, Algerian Chronicles, edited with an introduction by Alice Kaplan, translated by Arthur Goldhammer. This is a series of meditations and reflections that Camus wrote about the atrocities committed by the French colonialism in Algiers, and I picked this up for $2. I really like his writings. And then I picked up at the Book Nook yesterday 1946, The Making of the Modern World by Victor Sebestyen. This book it's kind of like a summary of what took place in 1946 after the Second World War. Very concise, looked very interesting, and so I picked that up. Then I picked this book up at the Book Nook, 1920, The Year of the Six Presidents, Warren G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge, Woodrow Wilson, Theodore Roosevelt, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and Herbert Hoover by David Pietrusza. I can't pronounce that name. This thing's blurring. It must be unfocused. Anyway, I picked this up. I like reading about the 1920s, about these different presidents, American history, what was going on in 1920. And then I picked up this art book. This cost me $7, but Jasper Johns was a very famous abstract painter in New York City, and I really enjoy his paintings. He's very famous for his paintings on the American flag, and if I can find one. Yeah, I really like Jasper Johns and his paintings and the art movement that was going on in his time period. So I picked this up for my abstract art collection. See, there's all kinds of fold-outs, things like that. I really like Jasper Johns. I wish I had one of his paintings in my house, but that'd be worth a fortune. I can't find the American flag one, but so I picked that up. Jasper Johns. This is by Michael Kreitzer. So I picked that up. Really pleased with this purchase for my abstract art, New York. And then I picked up La Parisiennes, How the Women of Paris Lived, Loved, and Died under Nazi Occupation. It's a very kind of tragic story, but I have a huge Paris collection in our library. This is by Anne Sebba. So I had another book by her that I dehauled. So I picked this up. And then I picked this book up, The Art of Bookbinding, a classic Victorian handbook by Joseph W. Zaehnsdorf. And then I picked up the Best American Essays of the Century, edited by Joyce Carol Oates. I had this in my Joyce Carol Oates, but I accidentally dehauled it, and I wanted it. And mine was a paperback. This is a perfect condition of essays that she selected, and I picked it up. The Best American Essays of the Century, editor Joyce Carol Oates. And then I picked up this book on Superman, like a cultural pop history of the comic figure Superman, the high-flying history of the most enduring hero, by Larry Light. I don't know. I like cultural history, pop history. Superman. I never really was into Superman. I used to watch him on TV in black and white, but I never went to. I think I've seen some of the Superman movies, but I'm not really into Superman. But I have books on Rin Tin Tin, and I have books on different cult figures. And then I picked this book up, The Malcontents, the best bitter, cynical, satirical writing in the world, edited by John Greendale. These are just selections by it's kind of like the best satirical writing selections. Ben Jonson, Voltaire, Alexander Poe. Oh, they have Jane Austen. Oh, Oscar Wilde, Mark Twain. Oh, George Bernard Shaw. I don't know, it just looked interesting. I like reading little anthologies like this. So that's what I got at the Book Nook. I got other books, but I think I put them away already. They're scattered throughout the lower level. But these are the ones I got the last couple of days. I took a van full of books to the library yesterday, and I filled up the van today with books to take to the Gateway Center. Basically, I think I've gotten rid of everything I'm going to get rid of. I got a lot of things off the floor. I probably have another purge going through my history, and that's it. Because I am never going to get this thing as I got out of control in the past. So that's it here. I'm hanging in there. The Lord's giving grace. I have my periods of anxiety and panic. I take my pills. I pray that in the next couple of weeks this medication will level me out and I'll begin to feel somewhat level. So I'm writing in my diary, reading in my diary, taking my pills. Like I said, I'm not really able to read anything except the Gospel of Luke. I have been going through my books, putting different ones in here that were in the back and changing around the ones I like to look at. So that's about it. So yeah, this is a Saturday, so I hope you're having a good reading weekend. Like I said, I plan to just hide down here in the lower level, take my pills, keep my mind on spiritual things, pray for God to give me grace to guide the doctors and the behavioral health specialists. It kind of bothered me yesterday. I had all kinds of questions, and I called my behavioral health specialist. She said, call anytime you got any questions. So I called and she never answered. She never called me back. But I'm very thankful that I'm married to a retired nurse My daughter-in-law is a nurse, and the hospital is just 2 blocks down. My brother-in-law is a social worker who works in mental health. So I got people to turn to if I need some questions or counseling or direction. I'm praying. I'm seeking counsel. I'm seeking medicine. I'm praying. The church is praying. And I'm just looking to the Lord to keep me going. So I really thank you for all your comments. I got over 1,000. And not only that, but in Facebook. And somebody sent me a book in the mail. Thank you for that book. I don't see where it is now. But it was on how to cure with anxiety. Thank you for that book. That was really sweet of you to send me that book. So I'll just sign off. Do pray you're all doing well. Continue to pray for me. I'll pray for you. And yeah. Until next time. Bye.